think and break me.
Hi guys, I'm Emma.
Hey guys, I'm John and we're at Emmatron and you're welcome.
Welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're brand new then thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you like to stick around and join us in all of our adventures. You can do that by hitting the little subscribe button.
Just there.
If you do hit the subscribe button then please make sure to turn the notification bell as well, and then you'll be notified every single time that we post.
Absolutely. So today we're doing another Facts and Secret video.
Yeah, so we have headed past the US and now we're in Italy.
We are.
Not
yes.
sure what flight we took there.
Not a very long one.
No, not a very long one. Yeah, so shall we just get straight into the facts and secrets?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Fact number one. So in some of the pavilions, just one area of that country is shown, or just one period in time. So for example, in the American Pavilion, you've just got the colonial period. And then like the England Pavilion is kind of a suggestion. At England, it's not really any specific place.
Yep.
And in the France Pavilion, you've got just Paris. But in the Italy Pavilion, it kind of shows three different areas of Italy. So it shows Florence, Venice, and Rome. There's a Neptune's fountain and also the exterior of the Sistine Chapel. I thought this was really interesting because those areas in Italy are all different from each other, and it's interesting that they've gone, okay, we need to show everything.
Absolutely, it's really clever to get that much detail in a small pavilion. I mean, it's not very big at all, and to get all that sort of location of a lot of the places in Italy is really clever.
Yeah, I like that they've included all of, like, there's a few major Italian buildings represented there, which I think is really cool.
Absolutely.
Which we'll come on to a little bit further.
Yeah. Secret number two. The original plans for Italy Pavilion included a dark gondola ride, but it was scrapped in an Epcot second phase.
Yeah, they were also going to include an educational ruins walk. So I guess if you look at the Epcot pavilions, or the Italy Pavilion on the map, you can see it goes quite far back. And a lot of the pavilions were supposed to have extra things during the second phase,
Absolutely.
but Disney just seemed to not get around to it.
I wonder why. I mean, there's a lot of videos that we've done of this pavilions that a lot of were supposed to have rides or different attractions, and they just scrapped them for some reason.
Yeah.
But it would have been really, really cool.
Yeah, a dark gondola ride would be fun. In my head, now I have no idea what it was supposed to be like, but if we find pictures and stuff, I'll leave them in. But in my head, it was kind of like Frozen Ever After, but I would hope it would be scary. I don't know why. I guess when they say dark ride, they mean indoors.
Yeah,
but in my head, I always think, oh, scary.
I don't think a dark ride means scary.
No, it doesn't.
It's just because it's indoors, like you said. But yeah, it would have been really, really cool. I don't know why they scrapped it, because that would have been amazing.
Yeah, and the ruins walk, I think that would have gone down really well. It means that people could have learned all about like the Colosseums and stuff like that. All of the ruins there.
Absolutely, I would imagine it being very similar to like the Animal Kingdom sort of trails that they done.
Oh,
walk around. It would have been amazing.
It would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Fact number three. As you enter the Italy Pavilion, the building on the left is Doge's Palace. This is the residence of the ruling Duke. So if you are the Duke of Venice, then you get to live in Doge's Palace. The tower next to it is St. Mark's Tower, and in the Italy Pavilion it's a fifth of the size as it is in St. Mark's Square.
Absolutely, it's amazing. We spoke before about the forced perspective of, and Disney use it a lot, but also what's amazing about the tower is it's got a 14-karat gold leaf angel on top.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So it's cool that even though nobody can see it, like nobody can see up that high.
No.
Disney has still gone and put the 14-karat gold leaf on there to keep it authentic.
Absolutely, I like we said it 100 times, but the detail they put into these pavilions and other facts and secrets that they do of everywhere in Disney is amazing. Secret number 4. The water used to make a pizza dough in the Italy Pavilion is imported from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, this is so that it has the traditional Neapolitan dough taste. I just wonder how they figured out that the water in Pennsylvania tastes the same as the water in Italy.
Absolutely, and we always say it. We always, like, when you walk around and different taste different things, oh yeah, it's good, but it doesn't taste quite the same. And it's obviously because of water, flour, whatever you're trying to make, the ingredients not just the same. So I love the fact that they think, well, it's not quite the same, so we need to import the water to make it the same. It's amazing.
Yeah, and we know that water does have a different taste in different places, because even in the UK, like, we drink the tap water, and like up north the water tastes completely different to down south, and wherever you're from, that's where you generally prefer it from.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, but it's strange that Pennsylvania would have the same taste as Italy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fact number 5. Via Napoli's 3 wood-burning ovens pay tribute to the 3 active volcanoes in Italy. So it's Vesuvio, Etna and Stromboli. To represent this, the ovens are sculpted into the shape of the face of a god that corresponds with the name of the volcano. I think this is really cool, but the oven faces look a little scary to me, actually.
They do a little bit scary, yeah, but it looks amazing.
Yeah, and they're a real feature in the Via Napoli restaurant as well, so if you get a chance to eat there, we've eaten there and we really enjoyed it.
We did, yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, have a look at the ovens.
It is a focal point, and a lot of people take photos of them because they do look incredible.
Yeah, they're just like, oh.
Fact number 6. The gondias in Italy Pavilion are accurate examples of the ones in Venice. You can get close to them and look at your details, but they just will show, so don't get in. You might get wet.
You also might go to Disney jail.
You might, yes.
Imagine going to Disney jail because you looked at a boat.
Yeah, I love it. I love the fact that the details are so accurate though than the ones in Venice. It's so authentic, it's amazing.
Fact number 7. If you walk to the end of Doge's palace and turn left, you'll see a face on the wall with its mouth wide open. Faces like this were used as a mail slot, throughout which the good townspeople were encouraged to slip notes that reported the transgressions of their naughty neighbours. There was a catch though. If you slipped a note into one of these faces, you had to sign it with your name so that they knew who was doing the snitching. And if you didn't sign it, then it wouldn't be taken seriously and it would just be taken as gossip.
I love that. I love that. I mean, A, what is the naughty neighbours doing that you need to snitch on?
Stealing.
Yeah, and also that it's not gossip if you signed it. It's great.
Well, yeah, because you're less likely, I guess, because you're less likely to snitch on people if it's not true.
Yeah.
If you've put your name to it, and also then everyone's going to be like, well, John is constantly snitching, so we won't trust him anymore.
Absolutely. I didn't know that about Italy. I think that's so fascinating and amazing.
Yeah, I think it's really funny too.
Fact number 8. We normally mention each character you can meet in each pavilion. However, along with America Pavilion and this pavilion, there are no characters you can meet.
No, which is pretty sad because Pinocchio is set in Tuscany, which is in Italy, obviously, and we've actually met Pinocchio and Geppetto.
Absolutely, yeah,
in
it's really good.
Disneyland Paris, so they're about.
They are, and I'm not sure why they do this, because there's a lot of characters, like Emma said, that could go there. All I can just put it down to is maybe the space and the crowds that would attract to that character to meet. So perhaps they haven't got space for it.
Maybe you could meet Jiminy Cricket.
That'd be good, yeah.
Secret number 9. Sir Doge's palace is beautiful, but the palace in Venice has a dark side. Deep inside the palace was a prison and a torture chamber that famously held Casanova. To represent this in the Disney version, because obviously they don't want it to be so dark, there's a bridge on the 2nd story at the back of the Disney's version of the Doge's palace that represents the Bridge of Sighs. So this is the bridge that the prisoners would cross, and they would have very little hope of surviving, which is what the size is from.
Absolutely, yeah. I find that fascinating that you don't want to make it too dark because obviously it's Disney, but it's just a little clip to it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in the olden days, I guess, lots of palaces had torture chambers and prisons. I mean, we went to the Tower of London and we saw the torture stuff there.
We did, yeah.
And we found it interesting, but I would never have thought that Disney would represent this.
No, but I'm glad they did, because it's history of that country, so they had
it's
to.
authentic.
And authentic, yeah. Finally, secret number 10, St. Mark's Square in Epcot is a mirror image to the real thing. This is because blueprints that Disney were using was taken by a photograph.
Yeah, so when they transposed it, it transposed back to front, and I guess they were like, there you go, let's
Why not?
make
Just keep it like that.
Yeah, I wonder if Italians going there that have been to St. Mark's Square would notice.
They must do.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because I
it would feel like, you know that, like robots, they make you feel weird because they're kind of human and they're not, and something's off about them.
Yeah.
We went somewhere different there, but that's kind of how I think it would feel. Like, you would be like, oh, something's not quite right.
It feels the same, but not quite the same.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I love it though. I love the fact that they had a blueprint, so it was really authentic, but it was slightly wrong because it's obviously back with one. It's amazing.
Yeah, and also it surprises me that they spend so much time putting 14 karat gold on like towers that no one can see, but then didn't quite catch that it was back to front.
That was someone's bad day. You know, we'll just do that and that'll do.
So that's all the facts and secrets of the Italy Pavilion that we're going to share today. Let us know down in the comments below if you know any different ones, because that'd be really cool. And like we always say, I think there's probably tons.
There are definitely tons, yeah. I really enjoyed this. We didn't really know any of these facts and secrets walking around. We didn't spend much time in this pavilion.
Other than for the pizza.
Of course. So yeah, I really enjoyed this.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in our next video.
Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.